Welcome to Besiege Bots, the real home of robotic combat in Besiege. In this episode of the Heavyweight Havoc, we continue the preliminary matches. After Humperbumper's impressive 2-0 run so far, it now faces Radiant Storm, who lost its Rumble fight on a close judge's decision. Will Humper have the momentum, or will it be Radiant Storm who charges through? And for this episode's Rumble, we have the Flight of the Flippers. Riot, the Inedible Bulk, and Vertically Inclined all go head-to-head. After an incredibly close loss to the Inedible Bulk, and subsequently a loss to the well-driven Mega Miner, will Riot look for vengeance and dominate the Rumble, and finally score that all-important first win? We also have a fight of the underdogs and a rematch in one. Both Hallucinogen, Redux, and Oil Hunter have looked for their first win in their Rumble with Psychania, where the unfortunate detonation of Hallucinogen's Tribar cost them both the match. Will Oil Hunter take the victory after getting hit in the crossfire, or will Hallucinogen prove that explosive power is the best kind? All of that and more on Besiege Bots. Let's head right into it. And for our next contestant we have Humperbumper, who had an impressive win over Black Blizzard and dominated its Rumble against Phantom and Scarab. It now faces down the bot that has everything to prove, Radiant Storm, who lost its Rumble in a very close judge's decision to Royal Seal. Built by Mist Inc., let's see how it goes. And off they go. Both robots are very fast, immediate damage is done. I saw some braces fall out of one of them. There's also another block that came out of Radiant Storm, it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks green. Humperbumper, as per usual, humping, as Radiant Storm almost got him with a pit there, but Humperbumper was aware of what Radiant Storm was trying to do, got in there in time. Humperbumper scoring some decent hits on that front plow. Oh, some more damage done to Radiant Storm. Radiant Storm's wedge, I think, has already taken quite a bit of damage. You can see it wobbling. Ooh, nice throw from Humperbumper right there. Waiting to get Radiant Storm back up, and another throw right away. Not giving Radiant Storm any chance to breathe. Radiant Storm's plow just falls off, and that's very bad. That's really not good news for Radiant Storm. Humperbumper lost a back wheel in there at some point somewhere. I completely missed that. Okay, I guess that happened. Radiant Storm getting lifted, almost thrown again by Humperbumper. A piece goes flying off of Radiant Storm again. Humperbumper has the lift, but it doesn't want to be inverted like that because that hurts the own frame. And there it is. Oh, no. Humperbumper's taken some substantial damage there. That is the entire lifting prong assembly gone, and what appears to me is also some serious damage to its wedge lifting design. It's needing to run on the lifting wheels as drive wheels because otherwise it just starts reversing. That is not good for Humperbumper. Radiant Storm might still be in this in that case. Took some damage there again though. The damage is really ranking up against Radiant Storm. Though saying that, Humperbumper isn't exactly safe from all the damage either. Lost a wheel and one of its technically even both of its lifting mechanics, even though one is still attached to the robot. It's more of a drive system now. Radiant Storm with a good slam against the wall there, scoring some control. Getting underneath Humperbumper. Almost got him onto an arena hazard, but not quite, unfortunately. They would have scored some more points with the judges. Humperbumper desperately trying to do something to Radiant Storm in this damaged state. It just kind of monster trucking over Radiant Storm at the moment. Oh, was that another piece that came off of Radiant Storm, or was that already damaged? I couldn't tell. Either way, both robots staying very aggressive and close to each other. Humperbumper looked to be looking for a hit on those back fans, because those give Radiant Storm all of that drive power. Ooh, Humperbumper almost falls over. That would not have been good. Because Humperbumper's self-righting mechanism are those lifting prongs, and those have fallen off. Decent slam into the wall by Radiant Storm there. Humperbumper ripped a wheel off of Radiant Storm there, some more damage been sustained. Hump Bumper, as per usual, humping the bump. That's so fun to say. Radiant Storm scoring some more control there, getting under but not really being able to take him anywhere. Means it doesn't score as heavily with the judges. Getting underneath again, but again not doing anything with it. Oh, Humper Bumper loses a wheel, goes straight into the pit. Oh, another wheel. Oh, the entire lifting mechanism has it's really starting to fall apart now. There goes almost the whole assembly, but it looks like Humper might be able to run it the right way again now, because it doesn't appear to be bouncing on the floor. He does change the direction, gets a lift in there, needs to get in there again. Oh, but it is time! that went by very fast. And that is a very close 24-21 in favor of Humper Bumper. Losing on aggression, because of Radiant Storm's good pushing. Wins on control, and damage, and style though. And that means that Humper Bumper continues its impressive run at now 3-0, while Radiant Storm is 0-2. And so we have Royal Seal, who won its first Rumble, but then lost to Mr. Slippy's Wild Ride after its gyroscopes got cut off. It now faces Sychania, who won its first Rumble with a bit of luck, but then got absolutely launched by Accretion Disc. Let's see how it goes. And off we go. Sychania barely makes it out of the starting square. Gets a good hit on Royal Seal though. Rips out the entire left flipper. Lifter, flip, or whatever it is. It's another good hit there. It takes off the other one. Just... okay, the first two hits and Sychania has already dealt significant damage to Royal Seal, but Royal Seal staying very aggressive. Keeping that grappler slash hammer down to absorb some of that impact as it drives into Sychania. Opens the pit, probably attempting to get a pit KO here. That is seemingly the best way to fight Sychania, because it doesn't really have the mobility to get around the arena fast. Sychania spins up. Gets a nice glancing blow there, no real damage done. As I said before, Sychania really not scoring much in the way of control whatsoever. Does a nice little barrel roll-esque thing there, though. That'll score some style points. Another good hit from Sychania. Well, Royal Seal's positioning is very purposeful. Like, you can tell they're trying to position the robot so that Sychania is the one that will recoil towards the pit. Another barrel roll from Sychania. Really see, like right there, staying around to the outside so that Sychania recoils inwards. Sychania needs to back up there, getting real close to that pit. Ooh, jumps over it with a bit of help from its plow setup. Sychania really not sure what it's supposed to do, honestly. You can tell its driver is a little, not necessarily confused, but conflicted on how to approach the situation. Once again, really close to that pit. Sychania tries to spin up, but Royal Seal with some good positioning there. Oh, not so good positioning from Sychania, keeps it spinning. Manages to make it out alive again with the help of that sort of bouncing plow setup around the legs. Good hit from Sychania there, but as said many times before, Sychania really struggling to score massive control points here. Like, it's throwing Royal Seal around, but it's not doing much else other than that. Ooh, a sort of aerial slam from Sychania onto Royal Seal. Royal Seal self-righting. Sychania with a glancing blow there. Another glancing blow. Royal Seal directing Sychania's recoil to get close to that pit. Getting really close again. Royal Seal with some good positioning right now. Really close there. Not quite there yet, but getting close. Sychania spins it up the other way to try and get Royal Seal to be the recoilee. Sychania spins away again. Getting out of harm's way somewhat. Royal Seal, as said before though, really making sure Sychania cannot go very far. Ooh, that's getting mighty close to that pit. Oh, Sychania's in. Not in. Is it in? Is it in? Not in. It's not in. It's in. It's in. Quality commentary there. That is a very well-driven pit KO for Royal Seal, which puts it to 2-1, while Sychania is 1-2. And so we have Quack, who won its first fight quite easily, actually, but lost its next fight due to engine failure. It now faces Wolf Boy, who, after a incredibly painful match, won on a close judge's decision. Let's see how they do. And off we go. Wolf Boy bounces right up. All that enthusiasm. Oh, but gets its jaw cut off in the first hit. Moving away from Quack. Quack's low movement speed really not helping it out here. Wolf Boy is just running around the arena. Oh, trying to position for a pit button press. Almost breaks itself in half there doing that. Wolf Boy once again running away. It's the duck hunting the dog, funnily enough. Oh, Wolf Boy hits the spike strip. That can't be good for its back leg. That is that should be animal abuse, really. Quack is slowly but surely chasing the dog. Oh, big hit there on Wolf Boy. Wolf Boy almost into the pit. Oh, so close, and in it goes. And that is a win by pit KO for Quack. A very short match once again, putting Quack to 2-1, while Wolf Boy is 1-1. And for our next matchup, we have Anathalode, who lost its rumble to Heckapolita, but beat Yanis up real good in its debut fight. It now faces Power of Reading, who, in the very first episode, lost quite painfully to Megaminer, splitting in half. Let's see how it goes. And off we go. Power of Reading needs to spin up, there it goes. Spins up the other way, gets a decent hit on Anathalode, but because Power of Reading is the lighter of the two, it goes flying instead of Anathalode. Ooh, bounces right into the pit button. That's not something Power of Reading prefers with all the recoil it has to deal with. Not quite in yet, and not quite in. There it is, now it's in. And that's a really short match once again. And that is a pick KO for Anathalode, which means it's 2-1, while Power of Reading is 0-2. And so we begin our rumble. Riot at a somewhat depressing 0-2, after losing to the Inedible Bulk and Megaminer, now faces down the Inedible Bulk once again. This is a grudge match and a rumble in one. The Inedible Bulk beat Riot on a very close judge's decision. However, there is a third member, of course, which is Vertically Inclined, who beat up Big If True and Siamese Swan in stylish fashion. Let's see how they do. And off we go for the flight of the flippers. I just noticed that the Inedible Bulk started inverted, so he was immediately going for those style points right out the gate. A good flip from Vertically Inclined there, trying to self-right as the other two flippers rush him. Inedible Bulk very much chasing down Vertically Inclined, but both of them miss their flips, as Vertically Inclined is underneath Riot, gets a decent flip on Riot there, while also somewhat flipping the Inedible Bulk, though it was kind of hard to tell if that was the Inedible Bulk at work or someone else. Vertically Inclined very near the pit as Riot presses it, not quite. It wasn't quite close enough. Inedible Bulk almost goes in, not quite though. Riot almost got smacked in as well. Vertically Inclined with another good flip. There was Riot with a decent flip, but then closely followed by Vertically Inclined. Inedible Bulk angrily spins in the air. Vertically Inclined with a decent throw into the air pit, turns around, faces Riot. Inedible Bulk coming straight back though, getting to the back of Riot. Riot doesn't want to be there, turns it around right away, as Vertically Inclined flanks it, misses the flip sadly. Riot, oh no wait, Inedible Bulk getting flipped there by Vertically Inclined once again. It's definitely Vertically Inclined with the flip momentum right now. Riot staying aggressive, but not really using the lifter very much. Oh, Inedible Bulk trying the backhand tactic to try and get someone into the pit. Decent ram from Riot there. There's a good flip from Riot. Vertically Inclined with another good flip there. Riot chasing to the back of Vertically Inclined. Vertically trying to chase down Inedible Bulk. Get some flips on that bot. There's another really good flip that looks like it was a joint effort between Inedible Bulk and Vertically. Riot driving over Vertically Inclined. Ooh, Inedible Bulk with a decent throw there. Ooh, Riot throws Inedible Bulk out of the arena, but Inedible Bulk gets out. Riot sort of trying to self-right Vertically Inclined as per usual, chasing both of them, staying aggressive, getting the flips in. Misses one right there though. Needs to get away from the pit. Vertically Inclined does not have the best drive of them all. Inedible Bulk trying to get a side flip, but once again has that trouble getting under other machines. Vertically Inclined self-rights. Faces Inedible Bulk. Now has to decide where to go. Riot with a decent flip there on Vertically on the back of it. Inedible Bulk almost gets flipped by Vertically, but Vertically misses it again. It must be dealing with some winch lag, which is something very specific to winch-based flippers. It means that the input takes way longer than the flip to actually happen, which makes it kind of hard to get flips in. But there's a really good flip again, once again from Vertically Inclined. Decent flip from Riot as Vertically Inclined launches to try and stabilize. Ooh, good throw from Riot there. Riot almost falls itself into the pit. Vertically Inclined turns around so that it doesn't self-right into the pit. Good driving there. Meanwhile, Riot is boxing in Inedible Bulk. Inedible Bulk right onto Vertically Inclined's flipper. Vertically's plow flipper once again, by the looks of things, having some end lag. Yeah, it is definitely suffering from some end lag there. I noticed it just then. There we go, it's fixed now. Vertically still fighting wedge on wedge with Riot. Inedible Bulk coming into the side as Vertically tries to self-right. Needs to get out of there. Doesn't want to be pitted. Oh, and speaking of which, Inedible Bulk just pits itself. That is not so good driving from the Inedible Bulk driver there, unfortunately. Couldn't even self-right out in time by the looks of things. A do a flip sign has just appeared. I guess, better late than never. Ooh, Vertically Inclined's plow has taken a bit of damage there. Still staying aggressive, trying to face Riot head-on. There we go. Can't flip anymore, but can still push very decently. And that is time! And that is a 24-21 decision in favor of Vertically Inclined, scoring more on control and definitely on style. So that puts Vertically Inclined into the coveted 3-0 win-loss ratio, while Inedible Bulk is at 1-1, while Riot is at the painful 0-3. And for our last matchup, we have the fight of the underdogs. Both of these machines lost in their own rumble to each other. Hallucinogen exploded, which took down Oil Hunter with it, while Saichania got away with the win. Let's see, in a 1v1, which one of these two will be superior. And off we go. Hallucinogen with the slightly better drive, gets across the arena. Oh, falls over though, but it appears that they are running the self-riding setup, because ordinarily, Hallucinogen runs a bigger tri-bar, I believe. But he's running a smaller one now so that he can have blocks left for a self-ride. Interesting tactical decision against a vertical spinner, as he does a barrel roll for some reason, and gets a big hit in from, wow, 2 big hits in from Oil Hunter. Oil Hunter really looking for that oil, trying to get a hit in as Hallucinogen is struggling to get back up. Or you can see that the front of Hallucinogen, and the back even, there's a lot of damage already on Hallucinogen's main frame. 2 of the wedges have been damaged, and the back left has also taken some damage. Good control and aggression and damage from Oil Hunter so far. I guess Hallucinogen is kind of winning on style so far. I don't know, man. Really struggling to move, though. Oh, get some good hits in there. Removing the left side mount from its chassis on Oil Hunter. Oil Hunter the one chasing, though. Hallucinogen running away. That is not going to score many aggression points. Also spinning the tri-bar backwards to maybe use it as more of a deflective measure instead of offense. Strange tactical decision, but I suppose it's one that you can make. Hallucinogen gets a decent hit there, but Oil Hunter is more consistent in getting his hits. Every time they come into contact, it's usually Oil Hunter with the damage. There was a good hit from Hallucinogen though. I believe the whole left mount of the spinner on Oil Hunter has been severely damaged by this point. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, the left side has disconnected. Whilst Hallucinogen gets knocked over once again by Oil Hunter with another good hit. Oil Hunter definitely with the offensive momentum here. Gets another decent hit on the side of Hallucinogen right there. It's a very back and forth match with not huge impacts but still painful impacts. They're slowly but surely whittling each other down as I think Hallucinogen did some more damage to Oil Hunter once again. That left mount looks even more detached than it did before. Oil Hunter turns around, faces the bar. Ooh! That was Hallucinogen with a nasty hit there. Yeah, the whole left mount of the weapon on Oil Hunter has just fallen out. While Hallucinogen is struggling to get off of its side armor. This is why wheel guards are, you know, they have their purposes and they can also be very annoying. Oil Hunter getting to the side of Hallucinogen. Hallucinogen has had a problem with getting flanked this whole match by Oil Hunter. Both robots are fairly similar in design as well. They're long boxes with a fairly tiny weapon on the front, but it's definitely Oil Hunter who is the more mobile of the two. I suppose that is the difference with the damaged wheel guards and not really having wheel guards. That's not true, Oil Hunter has wheel guards, I am blind. I suppose Oil Hunter has the better wheel guard design in that case. Hallucinogen scoring some good hits though. Oil Hunter using its broken weapon mount as a keep-away stick right there. Another decent hit from both robots, neither of them really go flying. Oil Hunter trying to get to the side of Hallucinogen again, getting to the back here. Hallucinogen moving forward, and that is time! That wheel that just got hit and flown off, that did not count for the damage score. Oil Hunter wins on aggression, control, and damage, but loses on style, 24-21 in favor of Oil Hunter, which means that Oil Hunter is at 1-1, while Hallucinogen, after exploding in its first match, is at 0-2 now after another loss. And that's it for episode 6. Humper Bumper and Vertically Inclined continue their impressive preliminary runs at 3-0. Royal Seal, Quack 4, and Anatolode are close behind following their latest victories at 2-1, while Oil Hunter picks up its first win and sits at a stable 1-1. We sincerely hope you enjoyed this episode. If you would like to get in on future tournaments or just generally competing against other Besiege Bots, be sure to check the description for our Discord link. From everyone in the Besiege Bots Discord, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon.